You see, when the president of South Africa decided, or when he came out and said he had a conversation with the president of America, and then he will be going to America to explain to the president of America that there is not genocide going on in South Africa. We made a video, go and watch it. We made a video and then we said, this was a prophecy. We said, President Ramaphosa, do not go to America and explain anything, because the world, the whole world know that there is no genocide going on in South Africa against European South Africans. But if you go there, you are going to deal with people who are con men. You are going to deal with people who are very deceptive, people who have no shame, people who can fabricate lies against you. We said it. Go and watch the video. It's on TikTok and also on YouTube. One Africa Mission. If you check it out, One Africa Mission, you'll see the video there. We said it. And that is exactly what happened to the president of South Africa. So if we, ordinary people like us, can know things like this coming, how come the president of South Africa and his advisors didn't see it coming? That the president of America, Donald Trump, and people around him, they are nothing but liars, deceptive people. And then we all now saw that what they came out with was full of lies. They went and took pictures from Congo, the genocide, the actual genocide going on in Congo. They went and took pictures from there. Now come and try to use it against the president of South Africa. We asked a question, Mr. President, what are you going to explain to the president of America? But the disturbing thing for me as a Pan-Africanist, as somebody who is dedicating my life to see the dignity of our continent, the dignity of our people, is when the president of South Africa started, or when he got confused, he wasn't prepared for this. When he got confused and started to talk like this. Watch this.
If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay. But coming back to this issue, which I really would like us to talk about, and talk about it very calmly, table and talk about it.
Well, there are
and this is precisely what we would also like to talk about, including, of course, trade matters, investment matters. So the issues that concern you as the United States.
Those are all recent. Those are all deaths.
Yeah, in many ways, I mean, one should say you are a partner of South Africa, and you are raising concerns, and these are concerns that we are willing to talk to you about. Let me just add quickly, you know, the criminality that we are experiencing in our country needs quite a lot of technological capability. And in one of our areas in South Africa, we're using US technology, which is able to, in many ways, identify where shootings are happening and all that. And I'd like to talk about that, because there is support that we can get from you as the United States to help us deal with all these acts of criminality. And that is what I believe partnership is all about. We're a much bigger economy than we are. We're just a tiny economy, but we rely on each other on a number of issues. We've got critical minerals that you want to fuel the growth of your own economy and reindustrialize. So we have that on offer, including rare earth minerals. So all that combination of opportunity and the products that we buy from you, as well as what we sell to you, I believe makes up a really good and powerful relationship, which we need to strengthen, which we need to engender, and that is really what has brought us here. And
yes, that was the lowest point of all this, in my opinion, because as an African or as a leader, how do you go to a country and started praising the Americans, started saying because they have a big economy and then we are just a tiny economy, keep repeating that. What is that for? What is it? They need you just as you need them. Or as a matter of fact, they need you more than you need them. So you don't go there telling them that they are a big economy, like it's kind of like a form of worship, worshiping them, telling them that they are a big economy, and then you are just a tiny economy, and then as a matter of fact, you need their help. You need them to help you. Like what kind of help would America ever help a country to become successful? Mr. President, we are asking you, as African citizens, as citizens of South Africa, as children of this great continent, this great, beautiful country, we are asking you, what help do you think America can ever help you to overcome the challenges that we are facing as South Africans? And I am calling myself a South African, or I am saying that we South Africans because I am a South African just as anybody. I'm saying we South Africans because I'm an African, and whatever is happening to my people as in South Africa will affect me as a citizen of this great continent. You see, and this is the reason why we are calling for the unification of our continent. This is the reason why
we must unite now. We must have one army. We must have one currency. We must have one foreign policy. We must be united.
We are saying until we unite as children of Africa, we will always be at the mercy of these people. Look, the founding fathers of America envisioned the strength in unity. That was the reason why they fought a civil war to bring these states together. And today, America can bully us. Imagine if the president of South Africa was representing the continent of Africa. Imagine if he was going to America as the president of Africa, the 54 states in Africa. Do you think he will go there and be begging? I'm sure Donald Trump and his vice president and the rest of them they were going to be saying, we got him. We got him. Because now he's begging. He's thanking us. The president of South Africa is saying, oh, during the COVID, I spoke with you and then you helped me and then we are much appreciative. He was saying that because he saw what they did to the president of Ukraine when the vice president of America was asking him to be thankful to the American government because of the help that America was giving to. So the president of South Africa had that in mind. That was the reason why he was saying, and then we thank you for the help. It's really helped us a lot. And then we are here to thank him for what? Why are they not thanking you for all the minerals that they are taking for free in your country? Do you think they don't need South Africa? They know South Africa is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. And they need your resources. Why are they not thanking you for all the resources that they have been taken from South Africa? Why must you go there to be thanking him? But as we said, they intentionally divided Africa into these tiny countries so that they will continue to bully us. So if we really want dignity, then we must be uniting the continent of Africa. And then the president of South Africa, this is the challenge. This is what you should be doing. This is what you should be championing, the unification of our continent. Because if you were going there as the president of Africa, I am telling you, Donald Trump would have respect for you. Donald Trump will not be watching your face, trying to bully you to accept that there is genocide going on in your country, when as a matter of fact, there is no genocide going on in your country. Yes, there are challenges, just as there are challenges in America. There are killings in America more than in South Africa. Don't let them tell you that South Africa, there's too much crime, the crime city of the world, blah, blah, blah. There are killing in America more than they are in South Africa. They will cover it and they will come to you, forcing you to accept that there is killings going on in your country, and then you accept it, and then you are asking them to come to you to help me, like begging. For how long are we going to stop begging? Coming from the continent, the richest continent in the world, the richest country in the world. One of the richest countries in the world is South Africa. We've been talking about Congo being the richest country in the world. I am telling you, South Africa, a stable, democratic South Africa like that, there's no coup, there's no wars going on in South Africa. South Africa should be the most wealthiest country in the world. And yet you go to America begging. Why? You are doing that because of the lack of unity. So, Mr. President, as you return back home, please try to deal with other African countries. Try to start to talk with your colleagues. Let them know that, please, if we don't come together, we can never deal with these people. The president of America cannot do the same thing to China. Look at when he came out with this tariff thing against China, or against the rest of the world. The Chinese stood their ground because the Chinese know what unity is. The Chinese know what 1.4 billion people can do. So they stood their ground and they say, we're not going to bow down to the Americans. Now they have to go to the negotiating table and then come out with the best solution for the both countries. Solution that will benefit China and also America. But in our case, we are going there begging. Imagine, as I keep repeating, if Africa was a united continent and South African president was the president of Africa, if he was going to America, he wouldn't have even go there. When Donald Trump came out with this nonsense thing about genocide going on in South Africa, the president of South Africa wouldn't have even go there. If you want to know, you come here and then we'll show you that there's nothing like that going on. But because of our disunity, because of these people intentionally divided Africa among themselves, the president of South Africa didn't have no choice than to go and then explain to his master. Very unfortunate. So, Mr. President, you are welcome back home. We still love you, and we still think that you can do better. And as we are saying, please try and work with the rest of African leaders to fast track the unification of Africa. That is what we want. We don't want future generation of Africans to be going to the White House to go and be ambushed and bullied in the name of lies, something that is not existing. But you still have to go and explain yourself why. We don't want that. We don't want future generation of Africans to be going through what you are going through.